In August of 2016, it was announced that the Star Plaza Theatre would close and be demolished. The announcement was quickly followed by a wave of disappointment from artists and fans alike. 2 months later, it seemed that the public outcry was heard when it was announced that the venue would stay open. However, a few months later, it was once again announced that the Star Plaza would be torn down and have its final curtain call at the close of 2017. We spoke with the theater engineer, the director of marketing, and a couple recurring artists and asked them to share their memories regarding the storied venue.
Star Plaza Theatre opened in 1979, and it was the brainchild of Dean White and Bill Wellman. They decided that in order to help fill rooms at the Holiday Inn, let's build a theater. Build it and they will come. And lo and behold, it happened. Once the theater was built, they saw an increase in room nights, and then they started booking the theater like crazy. And next thing you know, Oak Ridge Boys are here every year. Liberace's doing 10, 20 shows. It was an idea that came to fruition and was successful for over 30 years.
When I first started here, we were known as still the theater that was out in the boondocks, out in the sticks. We were thought of as country bumpkins, so to speak. We were a newer venue, and we had proven ourselves capable of providing world-class, top-notch entertainment to not only Northwest Indiana, but Chicagoland.
Star Plaza seats approximately 3,400 persons, front to back. The furthest seat from the lip of the stage is about 90 feet, so it's very intimate, very cozy.
Tony Bennett would take his microphone and set it on the piano and walk to the front of the stage and start to sing without any support from the audio. And the crowd would go absolutely silent. You could hear a pin drop. And then Tony would sing, "Fly me to the moon," and it was just, the hair on your arms would stand. It was amazing, and then the crowd would go crazy after it was over with. That was part of the draw of the Star Plaza Theatre, is there is not a bad seat in the house. Every angle was always a good shot for the audience member. Very intimate, you're 100 feet away. It's not like going to an arena. It's not like playing in a basketball stadium or even Soldier Field when you see the outdoor concerts. As a young man, I was in my mid-20s. Going to Chicago was the only way to go to a concert. So I looked forward to the Star Plaza being built and opening. And I remember driving past and seeing its construction, and I looked forward to the shows that would eventually be here. Artists like Johnny Mathis numerous times. Liberace had performed here, brought his Las Vegas show to Maryville, Indiana with the Dancing Waters right here on this stage. We were very proud of ourselves to be able to provide that caliber of entertainment to Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland.
Sesame Street performed here 232 times. Oak Ridge Boys over, I think this year would be almost 79, 80 times. Let's do this. I can tell you OJ's been here 74 times. B.B. King is here, played here 59 times. Kenny Rogers 47 times. Tom Jones 41 times. Buckingham's 32 times.
There was a country singer who was a warm-up act. His name was Garth Brooks. Nobody had really heard of him. There was a young lady that was 15 years old, I believe she was, Leanne Rhymes. She performed here, and I'd say within a month, her hit song Blue skyrocketed through the charts. We did ice shows here. We would put 3 tons of crushed ice and water down the ice, and we would have a ice rink on stage that was 40 foot by 90 foot, and we did Olympians on ice, and we did an ESPN special for television. Those were all television specials. The Star Plaza offered shows for everybody.
We have been fortunate enough to be here Last year was 25 years in a row. I mean, it's pretty incredible. I can't think of any other venue that we've played that often and that consistently for 25 years. So that was our 25th anniversary. And, you know, it was exciting. We had a really nice celebration, and we love coming here. I mean, the Buckinghams, this is such a great organization. It's a wonderful venue to play because the stage is just set up right, and I don't think there's a bad seat in the house. You know, it's just, there's a certain feeling. There's a vibe to the Star Plaza that's really special. So,
the first time I walked into this theater, I just had to stop and look at it in awe, because this place was just awesome. And I thought, man, if we could work here for the rest of our career, that would be one heck of an accomplishment. And here we are, I think 119 shows later.
I truly believe my reaction was that, wow, what a great venue. You know, what a great venue, what a great, you know, the thing that's special from the get-go was also the audience. You know, the audience always seems to be more into it and more intense here, and maybe it's just the atmosphere or whatever it is, but that's also what makes it so special to come back here all the time is, you know, we've built a following here. I mean, you know, a lot of the same people come back every year, and they look for this event every year, and you know, that late 60s genre, those people are very supportive and dedicated to their music. So, you know, it's great. You know, I sound like a promo guy here for the Star Plaza, but it's the truth. You know, it's like I said, it's a venue that the Buckinghams look forward to coming back to every year. And I'm sure that if you're interviewing any of the other great artists that have played this theater, they'd probably say the same thing, you know, and there's probably been almost every genre of music that's come into this venue at some point.
Well, everything that you would want in a theater is perfect here. The most beautiful thing about this theater are the people that work in it, the people who run it. We've become family, and that makes all the difference in the world, because now there are a lot of beautiful theaters across the country, but the people in the theaters are what's important to us. We've been in the business so long that we build friendships, and friendships that we have here at Star Plaza are like no other. When we decided to invite William Lee Golden back to the Oak Ridge Boys after he had been gone singing with his sons for 9 years, we decided to make that homecoming with William Lee Golden on this stage on New Year's Eve. We welcomed him back to the Oak Ridge Boys, and we decided this is the place we want that to happen. So you got to know this is a pretty special place for us.
We need venues like this because it's a great type of venue to showcase entertainment, you know. So all the support that we could give to these type of venues, we should. You know.
I have been so very lucky to have worked in the building with some of the greatest pros. We always treated the artists with such professional standards, and in turn, the artists that were the great professionals and their staffs, their support staff, the roadies, so to speak, they were great. I made so many friends through the years. I tell people fondly about the Oak Ridge Boys who've performed here every year since the theater opened. They're like cousins coming into town. And not only the Oaks themselves, but I watched their children grow, and I've seen their grandchildren grow up when they come into the building. It's just been a pleasure for all these years to have done this. I've been very fortunate.
The last show will be the Oak Ridge Boys. It's only fitting that since they're the only act that's played here every year, they close out the theater in fine fashion. We're we're working with them to come up with some type of short tribute at the end of the show to honor their legacy, the Star Plaza legacy. That's still in the works. I think once the Oak Ridge Boys are done, I think the plan is to have them sing Auld Lang Syne like they used to do on the New Year's show. There may or may not be some type of retrospective behind them in video. Get the audience to participate. Once the song is done, imagine the lights go down, the curtains will close.